All right, welcome everyone. This is SIG Instrumentation. Today is September 2nd, and we have two items on the agenda. The first one is by Han. If I understood correctly, I believe Han can't make it today. I think he said he can't make it today. So I guess we'll go right ahead to our second point, which is CAP review for 123. Did you want to
Sorry, I
take
was
this
running
one?
a little late. Yeah, I can take this
Yeah.
one. I think I put this on the
Perfect.
agenda.
Yeah.
I went ahead and if I can just pull up the notes, if you give me co-chair, I will share my screen. So we have this doc for CAP planning, and I noticed that I don't think we've done anything, and freeze is next week. So I copied over everything from last release, and
You should be good.
thank you. I copied over everything from last release for 123, and I think we should probably discuss. So, like, here's the list of everything, and I think we need to make an in-out call. Today also is the soft deadline for production readiness. So, if we want to include things in 123, like the questionnaire should be done. And so, given that, I mean, it's still possible for things to make it, even if it's not yet done. That's just a suggested sort of soft deadline, but it will be harder, especially for net new things, if it's not done. So I know that Merrick wanted to get this one into 123. I have not heard anything else from him. Does anybody have any concerns or like plus minus to inclusion on this one?
Plus, it seems like a thing to do sooner rather than later.
Yeah, especially given deprecation cycles. So I did an initial quick review of it. It was missing PRR, so I pointed that out, and I think that's fine to alpha in 123. Next, we have metric cardinality enforcement. That one's been sitting in alpha for a bit. Is there any plans to bring that one to beta? I know that we had this to do from last time to update the CAP, and I don't think it's been updated yet.
No, it hasn't been.
I suspect on a lot of these we're going to be running into bandwidth issues, but we'll see what there is to see. And is there anybody on the call who would be interested in picking that one up, or otherwise we'll just let it lie? Okay, sounds like no. Defending against flogging sneakers via static analysis, that one's not a code change, and I saw that they indicated they wanted GA at this release, so I think that one's been taken over by security and possibly testing as well, so I don't think there's much input from us. This one had a note that it would GA this release, so I haven't heard from Clayton as to whether or not it should be GAing, but we maybe want to put GA question mark beside this one.
So as far as I'm aware, none of the major dashboard and alerting rule collections have picked up these metrics. So I would question their like how much they've been used, that we are able to validate it, able to GA it. As much as I would like them to be stable, I'm not sure I would have that confidence today.
Yeah, and I mean, to be clear, I guess GAing this, I'm not sure what would be involved in that, because it wouldn't involve bumping the metrics to stable yet. Because if we're talking about the framework that we discussed with SIG architecture, GA would trail the feature going GA anyways. So
I mean, in this case, the feature is literally the metrics, right?
Yeah.
The scheduler features do exist already. It's just about creating the metrics that reflect the scheduler state.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see if maybe we can. I'll put a note on here. And then this tracing thing. David, do you know if this is ready for 123? I saw there was some back and forth on the cap, but it didn't look good to go yet to me.
For 123, as in for beta?
No, this is still net new. This is the unique logging metadata.
Oh, sorry.
thing.
That's blocked on me right now.
Okay.
I would put it as net new in 123. We still haven't settled on a design that I think meets the criteria given to us by the SIG API machinery folks that previously reviewed. So I'll have to take another look. They have a new iteration that I haven't had time to review yet.
Okay, so that one's waiting on you. So I'll put that as alpha question mark. Structured logging, I have not heard anything about. Like I saw that they had an issue about migrating another component, but I haven't seen any updates to the cap. Does anybody know what's going on with this?
No, maybe just assign. I don't think I saw Merrick on the call, so maybe just assign him an
I
action
pinged him
item here.
earlier, and I know that this morning, or my morning, there was a working group logging call. So I'll maybe go and try to check their notes and see what the status is. API server tracing, is that going to beta?
No, I'd like to keep that in alpha for 123 and plan on beta in 124.
Awesome. Redesigned event API. So this one has been kicked down the road a bunch and continues to get kicked down the road. And there was a to-do. Do we have you on the call?
Yes, I'm here. So I reached out to Chelsea, and it looks like she does not have the capacity to work on this.
So that's been 3 cycles in a row that she has not had capacity to work on this. We don't really want to leave this in perma beta. We have something like half of the core components have been migrated to the new framework. We can't GA it until everything's migrated. I'm not really sure what we should do with this one. I've been seeing PRs come in to migrate components, but then there's no cap. So
you know what? I know someone in my team who may want to take over this one. So let me still a new to do, but it's not to it's another person instead of Chelsea. I'll talk to her, and I think she might be interested in taking over this one. So
great. I'm gonna also put you in here as an owner.
Yep, that's fine.
And then last one here. So this is this Kubernetes system components log sanitization, the runtime sanitization. So in theory, this was punted over the fence to SIG security, but there haven't been any updates from them. And it's been in alpha for over 3 releases now. I don't think anyone's using it. And I asked them last release, please update this cap, or I think we should deprecate it because I don't think anybody's using this. And we had concerns initially when we reviewed this proposal as to whether or not we even wanted this in the first place. I haven't heard anything. Somebody said that they were a new owner, but there's no cap updates. So I would say maybe we should just deprecate this. Is anyone using this?
I believe GKE uses this.
I see. I think if GKE is using this and GKE does not want this to be deprecated, then GKE really needs to graduate this to beta because it's just been sitting there as an alpha feature.
Yep,
Or...
I agree. I think Van Tu, who's on that, is still the correct person, who should have an interest in keeping this around. So,
yeah, so like the issue like had gotten so neglected that it had rotted and closed, which is why I think it had gotten missed. So I really think we need to graduate this because I mean it's just been sitting. I think it went alpha in 120 and then it basically hasn't been worked on since. So
okay, I'll bug Van Tu. Yep, and we'll go from there. But I agree, we should make progress on this or deprecate it soon.
Duke, I will assign this to you. Okay, I'll put a question mark there as well since it's not confirmed. So I guess the only thing that we've confirmed that we wanted in 123 is this one. So I'll add the milestone to that. And we have a lot of follow-ups to do. Yeah, we've been getting some pings from the, okay, this one's already in the milestone, good.
Has Han indicated whether he wants to get the revisiting of the metric stability classes in for?
Yeah, so I know that's a great point, and I will throw this on here. It would be net new, and I haven't heard anything from him. I think he's slammed, so.
I mean, like all my time that I can find, I'm working with Han on this, but like it's been difficult enough to figure out the details, and really most of this is rolling out the process, right? So it's also really hard to. It's just like the initial metric stability classes. It's hard to say when this is alpha, beta, and stable. Right, because technically our metric stability classes in the first place are only in beta right now because we haven't actually GA'd any metrics.
No, metric stability
right now.
that GA'd last release.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
I think and by last release I mean 121. Because we added a bunch of stable things. Yeah, time keeps passing. How does it work? Yeah, we do have some stable things. So that is GA, that's done. But yeah, I agree that so if this is process based, we maybe don't necessarily have to follow the like in tree cycle as much. I think it's basically like anything that's in tree in terms of changes. Those are what we really have to follow the normal cap time frame for. So
there was some in tree stuff that Han wanted to do, or that we wanted to do. I mean, first of all, because we're introducing new class stability classes, that would be in tree.
Yes.
And then there's some like static analysis that we wanted to add that is partly done.
Well, the static analysis would, because that's static analysis, it wouldn't necessarily need to be like the fact that we're following the sort of standard entry cycle for the static analysis for security stuff, like that's really a formality. That's not, I think, a hard requirement. But yeah, definitely for like new metric stability classes, that probably will have to follow the standard cap cycles. So I suspect, this won't be ready just because I think that it'll take some time for like PRR to review this, to get architecture sign off, etc. And we're only a week away, and I know that Han is still really busy and probably won't have time to work on this until next week. So I suspect this will probably be 124.
I think so as well. We have a really rough draft of a cap that we started to write, but it's it's far from like we haven't even opened the PR for it, right?
Yeah. So we've got the two things we know are going to 123, and I think everything else is kind of up in the air. This one I will apply the milestone. And this one says it's approved. It was approved but not LGTM'd. So I can go back and LGTM this one. And then we should be good. I don't know if SIG Security threw this in the collection spreadsheet, but if not, then we can do that. Okay, I think that's everything I have for CAPS. So thank you everybody for your patience going through this every cycle. Always got lots of features to work on. That was, I guess, all I had for that agenda item. Let me make sure that we have everybody on the attendance.
I think that was it in terms of agenda items for today, since Han couldn't make it. So unless there's anything that anybody wants to discuss now, we could call it a day early. Anything else that anybody wants to discuss?
I think sounds like we're good. I will stop the recording.